Hello everyone, I'm ImKibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory, where last time we built and connected hundreds of refineries in order to make 4,800 rubar per minute, and the system's working great. There were a couple little problems that I had to go and fix, mostly having to do with pumps everywhere, but overall, not bad. And we're moving on to a new project today. The start of our nuclear power plant. And this is gonna be our next major project we're gonna work on, because we need all of the power, and we need it now. What up, Ada?
Fix-It reminds you that any extra limbs resulting from exposure to radiation are also contracted to work on project assembly. Fix-It also reminds you that willful exposure to radiation will not result in any bonuses regardless of how many functional limbs it produces. Project part number 7, the magnetic field generator, should enter production as soon as possible.
Yeah, new project part? I don't think so. No, we're building a massive power plant first. And you better believe we're gonna use all of the uranium in the world. There are a lot of problems though. First and foremost is that big oil project we set up. Yeah, it ended up using most of my power shards, and we have about 500 left, which is, it's a lot, but we're gonna be building tons of water extractors for nuclear, go figure. And there ain't no way I'm not fully overclocking these. And we'll definitely need more than 500 power shards. A bigger problem though is that we don't really have a lot of infrastructure built. We have a big train line that goes through the Red Forest. We have some trucks for memes, and that's kind of it. We need a giant train line that goes around the rest of the world though. There are uranium nodes everywhere, and beyond just uranium, we need a ton of other resources to make the fuel rods. So we really gotta start going true. But I have planned for this long ago, way at the base of our base. I have these two train lines that are scooting out in this direction. And these two train lines are going to go out throughout the rest of the world. We're gonna scoot down this way, hit up the Gold Coast, and then figure something out. I don't know. The main thing is just figuring out a proper path. And because we kind of probably want to have trucks running on the ground, and we kind of have a cliff above us, we kind of have to sneak through here before we can relax. So we'll bring the track from there out to this direction, and once we are out of the chasm, we're just gonna try and get out of the biome as soon as possible. And in previous seasons, when I make my worldwide train network, I typically would build on the ground. I think it's fun to work with the terrain and build on the ground. But after messing around with this logistics support that has the belt space underneath, I can't go back. The belt space under here has been a lifesaver in countless projects, and I refuse to not use it. It's just too good. So I'm gonna actually have an elevated train line, but for the most part, I'm going to try and work with the terrain as much as I can. And also break some rules here and there. Like we're gonna build on like diagonals and have weird shapes with the train, even when the rest of the factory's grid is a little bit different. Just to add a little bit of pizzazz when we're flying over. Then looking ahead, we wanna start heading to our right here, because we wanna head up the coastline. And we could just build over the waterfall there, but that wouldn't be super nice, would it? No, I think we're gonna bring the track down to here, build through here, scoot on down, then there's a natural road kind of in the terrain, and this scoots along the coast, and we're in the clear. Good. But for now, as things are getting figured out, I just have a crude mock-up of the train system, and it works, but I'll probably tinker with it a bit more. Another thing I really want to tinker with is our main base over there. Usually, I don't see it from this angle, but it doesn't look super nice on this wall. It needs a bit of a touch-up. I've kind of left a lot of the surfaces blank on purpose because when we build more factories inside, well then we're gonna run belts on the exterior of the base to add in movement and stuff like that. Kind of like how we worked with the belts down there, or on our last project with all the fuel, where we have the pipes and the craziness going on over here. But in the meantime, so I don't lose my mind, we're gonna add some little details. And I do mean little details. Like we're just gonna cut little holes in the wall here, and then we're gonna make little balconies all over the side of the base. It's something simple, nothing too drastic, because we still do want to prefer the belt work on the side. but just a little balcony like this will not only look really good, especially when we have a lot more going up and down these blank walls, but also just as a convenience for me. Since we don't have teleporters yet, I'm kind of flying around with these hypertube launchers. It'd be nice if I had more places to land. So it's like a perfect double whammy. So, okay, let's add a few more of those in. Much better. So simple, but so much better. A few extra details as well, like these walls here. We might replace those with belts and pipes later on though. And then I've added on a proper entrance for the trucks. So this balcony up there, little garage door type thing for the trucks to scoot in. And it kind of just finishes up the area. Moving back to our train track though. Tinkered around with it a lot more, and we have a pretty good path going through here now. And managed to line it up to go through that little area over here so we can hit up the coastline. And then we're in the clear. A lot of people always ask though, Gibbs, how do you build your train lines? And I'll briefly show you, but it really just comes down to making the curves look good for the trains. That's it. Everything else is like, whatever. You can decorate the track however you want. First, gotta spend some time finding a good angle. Just destroy all the trees in front of us, no biggie. Off we go. Then when I have a big train support here, I like to count out how many platforms we go. So it's 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, train support in. Get rid of the rabble. Then I just add some scaffolding going in the other direction so we can have at least like a connection point just over here. So these are like temporary train tracks. And then if everything goes right, well, we can just connect A to B, C to D, and yeah, that's not bad. Then we just continue in a straight line through the forest, zigzag away, and we're going to. Yeah, the trees are still here because we'll get rid of them later. Yeah, no, it's mostly finding the angles with these train tracks. That's what takes the most amount of time. And working with the terrain a little bit makes it a little bit more interesting too. Instead of just having everything like way up in the sky or something. Because then everything would just be like this. Straight, boring track all the way into the horizon. Which fair enough is nice sometimes, but I like to go the zigzaggy route. It's interesting. Again, that's why I usually like to build on the terrain. But no, these supports, too important. In fact, let me just quickly show you an example. So we're on like the other side of the planet here at a completed train area over by the swamp, where we have a bunch of trains going down to collect some bauxite and other things. But the huge thing is, since I have these train supports in, we're able to belt a lot of different random items from just around the area without having to set up a train line, which is super, 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 super important. Like, it would be really annoying just bringing this on like the dirt. Instead, because of the supports, we included the belts on the existing infrastructure, which in my opinion looks a lot better. Plus, we are following the terrain quite a bit, so I think this is like a happy middle ground. And so, continuing with the pattern all along the coast here, the train line has been expanded dramatically, and I even found this really cool path kind of through this biome just over this way. So we can have another train that goes off into the rocky desert, but for the most part, we're just trying to make this as close to like the center cliffs as possible. And then yeah, ends up way over here for now, at the Spire Coast, the site of our future nuclear power plant. That's right, this is the biome we're going to corrupt and turn into our power plant. There's lots of water, there's oil, a variety of resources all over the place, and very importantly, we can easily have our train line going right on by and dropping off extra resources as well. Also, I haven't really worked around here all that much. As you can see from the map, I haven't even explored around here. So it'll be a lot of fun familiarizing myself with this biome, and then destroying it. Before we destroy it and steal all of the resources, the first thing we need to do is raid and loot. There are power slugs out the wazoo everywhere here, along with Somersloops and everything else. And we're kind of running out of power shards, so we need to collect them all. So we're gonna put a pin in the train project for today. I spent a lot of hours on this, and I want to switch things up. We want to build the nuclear stuff right now. So let's head back to base, start automating. And no, you are crazy if you think I'm gonna be automating like nuclear fuel rods and stuff like that at our main base. No, 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 no. The only nuclear thing we're automating here are my nuclear weapons. Do you know how hard it's been playing for 300 hours and not having nuclear weapons? Enough is enough. I need 'em, brother. That also means we need a uranium. And where do we get uranium? Well, just downstairs, actually. So quick ol' scoot through the tubes. And right near the bottom of our pit here, oh my gosh, there is a nice little cave that leads directly to a uranium source. So we'll bring the trains down here. And at this point, yeah, at this hill, as much as I want to build like with the supports, I think we'll have to build on the ground here. Building on inclines, especially curved inclines, is very, very difficult. So I'm not even gonna try. In fact, we're not even gonna mess with the trains just yet. Let's take a quick gander up the hill to see what purity the uranium's at. And also, get ready to clear out some of the rabble. Anybody? Nobody home? Not a single spider? Uh-huh, okay. Oh, this is a normal node. Okay, that's fantastic. That means with a Mark III miner, fully overclocked, that is gonna be 600 uranium per minute. Now, of course, we're gonna get all of the uranium in the world, but for now, we just want the one node. Here's the deal. We're gonna build a big train station down here. We're gonna load all of the uranium into the train because all of it is gonna be needed for the nuclear power plant. But the nuclear power plant isn't gonna be done for like another 100 hours, okay? That's a conservative estimate, which means we're not gonna be using this uranium source for quite some time. We can use it instead for weapons production. Oh, what a good plan. Yes, it is, Kibbs. You're so smart. Thank you, Kibbs. But we'll get the rest of the train station all set up and ready to go before we do any of that. And I'm not making the same aluminum mistakes that I made. And we are going to have lots and lots and lots of buffer bins and stuff. If you've watched the aluminum videos, it's something I really regret with that project where I didn't have buffer bins automatically set up beside train stations. And we're having a few throughput issues with that. With the uranium, I'm not taking any chances. We're taking the 600 per minute and we're spreading it across 3 freight cars with buffer bins at the beginning and eventually at the end. So there is no way we'll have a throughput problem. In fact, we can even just add in a second train onto the station if need be. Like, there is not going to be a problem here. There's not. We do not have a destination yet though. So for now, train just scoots over there. And we have an overflow splitter that's going to bring the uranium up this way, scoot it that way, and over there. In fact, for the time being, this is not going to be overflow. This is going to be any, this is going to be none, and we'll just bring the uranium over this way. Because I finished up all the rest of the track work. I initially wanted to have this train station have 4 stations, but it's getting a little busy. So this is how it is. And then the rest of the tracks kind of hit the ground over here. As for the uranium, we unfortunately don't have our beautiful track supports that I was using earlier. So instead, I brought back a blueprint from one of my previous seasons, my ground support blueprint, which is very, very good. It's pretty simple. It has a power nub at the top, and it has 2 belt connections just here. And then it's connected together with some beams, some connectors, and then at the top, there's a conveyor lift floor hole, which I positioned in there with some platforms. And that's just to cover up some like Z fighting nonsense that happens sometimes at the top. So yeah, very, very good blueprint. Brings power to really weird places and also belts to annoying resource nodes. And one of the best things about it is when I'm building all of these supports, I can just put down a small concrete pillar to kind of mark out where I want to build. Just go on down like this, following our train track. And not only could I bring the power with this, but now I can easily bring the uranium back as well. Just have to line that up. Good. Line this up. Great. We have another support over there. Bring it to A, B, and all the way the rest of the way down. Is that, what did you, how? Belt? Don't be like that. Thank you. All right, look at how nice that looks, aside from the crazy train track. But no, the belts are great, and since we didn't have the power nubs, I just added a little light sign on there, and we're good to go. It's time to actually make the nuclear weapons. And the plan is we're bringing the uranium just over this way, and we're bringing it into this little back corner of my base, just over here. It's going to be hyper radioactive here, so I don't want this near anything else. And eventually, everything just goes into my dimensional depot, right? So there's no reason even to bring the spice upstairs. And it'll be fine. Now, speaking of the spice, we need to make encased plutonium cells for this recipe, right? Like the nuke nobelisks need AI limiters, nobelisks, and yeah, the cells. Wait, do they? Oh, yes they do, but also they need smokeless powder. Okay, well then let's start doing a little bit of a shopping trip to bring all of those resources downstairs to make the weaponry. And good news, we have the resources. And let me know if you guys see any AI limiters or smokeless powder around these parts, okay? Just let me know in the comments real quick. Okay, we have a little weapons area over here, so we should have, smokeless powder, perfect. Yoink that, scoot it, I guess over to that wall here. Sure, is this a good idea? Is there space? Ooh, there is space. Okay, perfect. Number 1, done. Smokeless powder, AI limiters. I think we have like computers over here. AI limiters, okay. Even more, going into the dimensional depot, then somewhere else. That somewhere else is gonna be downstairs, thank you. Uh-oh, going over here to there. Boom, yoinked. Then up to the ceiling, over this way. And I don't know, we can figure it out from here. Last thing are the nobelisks. And I see the, what is this? The powder stuff, black powder. So nobelisks right nearby, perfect. Instead of that just going that way, congratulations, you are being split up. You, oh gosh, you go to there, right? Yes, you go to there. Should have really looked at the destination, but who cares? We're fine. And yeah, that is item number 3, ready to go. So we have the items for the nuke nobelisks. Now it's just those encased uranium cells. Oh, uranium, concrete, and sulfuric acid. Is that right? Sulfuric acid might be a bit of a thing, but I know there's an alternate recipe that doesn't use sulfuric acid. It uses sulfur, and we'll need that for later. But right now, I actually do want to use this recipe here. But Kibs, that'll be so much more difficult. Why would you use this recipe? Rule of cool, that is simply it. Because the one thing that sulfuric acid has going for it is that it's this cool yellow color. And if we have that cool yellow color in a pipe, that means we'll paint a pipe with that cool yellow color. And it's a real nice highlight for the rest of the base. So then for making sulfuric acid, we need sulfur and water. Well, the sulfur is gonna be just over there somewhere because we're making the black powder, and I know that just takes sulfur and coal. And then water, well, for this whole floor, we have a bunch of pipes just underneath here to help me automate some stuff. So these water pipes, we can just drag them on over, drag them up, and sulfur is done. Do we overclock it? I kinda am short on power shards right now, so maybe we will later. Let's fill out the rest of the space here, and we'll just build a big old buffer, just so I can paint more stuff. This cool industrial yellow. Oh, and then I guess the other thing is the whole clipping issue, eh? Don't worry, Mr. Kibs has a plan for that too. It's going to clip, but we're gonna make it a feature. Just get the asphalt up here, right? And we just have to make it look like it's not clipping as much. And there's an easy way for us to do that. First, we get a pillar support, like so. Get a concrete piece in there. And then, kind of just like our other supports we were using earlier, we're gonna clip in a floor hole here. Oh, you don't wanna play? Be difficult, doesn't change anything. We'll just have that built first, and then we'll build the refinery and everything will work just fine. Right, you see, you didn't have to deal with all that nonsense. And now, we have kind of this cool little smokestack going on. In fact, we don't even need the refinery smokestack. Of course it looks cool, but just this in itself, it's kind of a nice feature. I like it. We'll probably use it more in the future. But for now, acid's good to go. Pipe work upstairs managed to work out pretty well. And now all the items we need, along with the acid, are all belted and piped downstairs. Also, kudos to you, Kibs, for actually using this acid recipe, because having this yellow pipe outside of the base here, very good decision. Well, all right, everything we need is ready to go. So the blenders are set up here with the encased uranium cell recipe. We have way more blenders than we need, but I was like, man, do those look cool or what? Not a rhetorical question, they look awesome. We have those. We have concrete being made right next door, so no problem there. And the only bit of a problem we have with this factory is space and something with the acid. Before we do much more, let's just put everything where it needs to be. I think we'll actually have the manufacturer for the nobelisks over here. Kind of makes sense, right? Like we have the blenders here, we'll do some belt work in the front, skewed saw into here, GGEZ. Then with the rest of the space, we don't actually have to craft anything, which is nice, but I do want to store up a lot of uranium. This is mostly for when the nuclear power plant is started. All of the uranium will be used and we won't have any more for weapons. So we gotta stockpile what we can when we can. So that'll all get stockpiled there. We'll bring a belt going all the way around. This stuff belted to there, no problem. Concrete we'll bring downstairs, okay. And then yeah, the acid. The machines need sulfuric acid, but then also have the byproduct of sulfuric acid. And in most nuclear power plants, this is actually great. It means you don't need as much sulfuric acid coming into the system because you can just reroute the acid that's made as a byproduct back in the input lane and reuse it, kind of like the aluminum. So instead, we only need 30 sulfuric acid per minute. But with the system we're making right now, the sulfuric acid in everything's gonna back up eventually. It's by design. So instead, we have to find a way to get rid of this entirely. Thankfully, they added in some really cool alternate recipes that'll let us do that. And in refineries, we're able to use the sulfuric acid to make resources, like leached iron ingots. So iron ore plus sulfuric acid doubles the ore to make 100 iron ingots per minute. Now we don't care about the iron literally at all. We are just trying to get rid of the acid, which means we will absolutely need 3 of these. And then we need a source of iron ore. But in my factory here, we got a little bit of everything everywhere. And look at that, iron ore out the wazoo. So like with concrete, we'll just bring it downstairs. And now the last thing we need for the party to get started is the spice. We need to make some encased uranium cells in order to actually unlock the nuclear nobelisks. So it is time to actually turn on the uranium miner. Yeah, didn't really want the spice all crackling around me as I was working, but the time has come and the spice must flow. 600 per minute, scooting over this way. It's all set up, ready to go, no problems. Train station powered, all right. Well, hopefully we didn't screw up on anything or else we're gonna have a very spicy surprise when we get back home. And also, I didn't realize, but this is like the best slide ever. Good time. All right, here comes the spice. Going through this little warning area into the warning bin. First of many, and then into greater bulk storage. Once it finally flows through all there, scoots off this way into the blenders, and we will have our encased uranium cells. Delicious. Do we bother overclocking? Probably not. This is very overkill, I think. Just need the cells for now. Our first few have been produced, and then we'll just have to get the nuke nobelisk tech from the man. Oh, we only need 10 cells? Brother, give me those. 10 cells, got them. 500 nobelisks and 100 AI limiters. Let me just quickly steal some from the belt here, thank you. Seems I don't actually have the nobelisks being sent into my dimensional depot for whatever reason. Probably should change that at some point, but not right now. Right now, we're going nuclear, baby. Start the research. Nuclear deterrent development. Deterrent.
Ensure all Fix-It employees are clear of the blast zone before detonation. You probably should not use this. I am not joking. No refunds available. Side effects include glowing, growing extra limbs, liquefied skin, unexpected cravings for flesh, itching scalp, hair loss, finger loss, loss in general, indigestion, and flatulence. Please consult your weapons manufacturing facility if symptoms persist beyond the half-life of uranium-238.
Thanks for the warning, Zeta. I think we'll be just fine. And all right, that means we can set the recipe for the nuke nobelisk. And all that is left to do is get this thing some freaking power, then actually grab the AI limiters. I was gonna bring them down with the other items, but then I had a crazy idea. Because earlier when we were bringing the other items down, we had that sulfuric acid pipe, right? I was like, that looks kind of nice along that wall, but it'd be more nice if we had something along this wall too. So I kind of forced the AI limiters over this way and all the way down. But then I brought them back up again into this floor so I could bring them down again and make this cool pillar going through the entire factory floor over here. And you know, it's just like one of those little things where I was like, it's pretty neat. We should do something there. And yeah, super worth it. This whole factory looks fantastic. The different colors, the fact it's radioactive, the fact it makes us nuclear weapons. Yeah, real good time. We've looped it, overclocked it, 2.5 nukes per minute. Not bad. Our production is way overkill, so no problems here. And I just decorated the area a bit to make it look a little bit better. And it does. And then in a little bit, when our dimensional depot is full over here, we'll have all of the excess nuke nobelisks go into a super bulk storage of 4 bins over here. So we have essentially a lifetime supply. Like honestly, if we ever worked our way through this many nuke nobelisks, I don't think there'd be any planet left. So no, we're all good, we're all done. And it's time to show the world what we've created. Because we still have this entire area of the world to loot and explore. Plus, we brought our train line to scoot us back and forth to resupply. So we are good to go. Travel to the last biome in the world that is left untouched. Show it our nuclear weapons. And we'll start with the cliffs over here. I see slugs, I want the slugs. Hard drives, need them too. Stinky rocks, don't ding do. This is gonna be fun. Oh man, take a guess at how many slugs and stuff we're gonna get from this adventure. Holy macaroni, it's gonna be wild. Oh hey, radioactive hawk. Billy, look, no come back, look, this is for you. You like the spice? Enjoy. Oh, poor Billy got too excited. Oh, well then don't mind me, just going to steal your stuff. And Beep Booper, guide us to victory. Like we're gonna gather a ton of slugs for sure, but the main thing we really do need are the Somersloops. And always to visit Billy's. Billy! Billy went boom. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a fun adventure. Beep Booper, where do you guide me? To the cave? What's in here? Do I see a loop? Enemies? Oh no! Don't worry. Got your wake up call here. Oh, I knew there'd be one more. Don't worry, still got gifts for you. Oh, give me that. Oh, you look very comfortable. Look, a gift. Don't run! Like I got you socks or something. What do we got back here? I know there's gonna be a loop back here. I know it. You don't hide just normal treasure behind the waterfalls. It's against the law. Also, no more nature. Especially, no more stinky. What are you doing? Be gone. Wonder how many we can stack on top of one enemy here. Never mind, I'm bored. Oh, and well, look at this. It's like a little family here. Oh my gosh, I almost died. That wasn't cool. Hey, look, little Billy, your parents, they're dead. Oh my gosh, he actually could have killed me right there. Little Billy, you had a chance, and you failed. Consolation prize, though. Enjoy. Now, I have a feeling some of you might be thinking that the nukes are a little overkill. But they're not just about convenience. It's about fear. You want enemies to run from you. I don't think they have a chance here. See, eventually, once we take out enough of these guys, I'm sure they'll figure things out. Be a lot more chill. Except for Billy here. Billy here, he was not born to chill. He's very mean, aggressive, and interdimensional, apparently. Is that the same one, or is this like a brother? Oh my god, what? Okay. Interdimensional phase Billy. Be scared. Where did the nuke I threw went? Go. Uh-oh. Whoops. Apparently it went off the cliff there. Rogue nuke, whoopsies. All right, Billy. Chill, chill. You can have your gift. There you go, goodness gracious. Holy. I had forgotten I had thrown 2. Well, you play with fire, you get booped. Back again to 0 days, yippee. But okay, gathered my stuff, finished up the looting of that area, and I gotta say, I think it was a pretty good run. I didn't dive too much into the Spire Coast, but these cliffs, pretty thoroughly looted. And through all of that, we ended up with a bunch of veggies, 7 hard drives, 20 HVs, 10 loops, then, oh my gosh, 10 spider remains, 74 hatcher remains, 100 hog shells, and almost 200 guts. Icky. And finally, slugs, 58 blue, 40 yellow, and 36 purple. Not bad at all. And next, we're gonna loot the Spire Coast. Man, part of me was like, oh no, our nuclear weapons facility wasn't gonna keep up with the violence. But no, it's doing just fine. We got 174 on deck. We have 60 more nukes in our inventory. Yeah, I've been using them a lot, and we're keeping up. This has been good, very, very good. I am very excited for round 2. Also, I have turned off permaday, so we could even have some nighttime explorations as well. Alrighty, let's start looting, let's start scooting. Already see 3 purple power slugs in view. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, again, the main thing is the loops. So we'll keep our eyes out. Wait a second, is this? Oh, it was a trap! Okay, look, I like the nukes, but the flies, the gun just works too well. And I think there's a cave next to us. Billy! Yeah! Die, Billy. Don't try to run into your home after coming outside and spitting at me. That's gross. Oh my gosh! Ah! Your partner in crime! More like partner in ashes. I don't know, you're dead. Are you dead? You're not dead! What? Ah! It's in God. Oh! You really don't want to throw weapons at their mouths as they're spitting fireballs. Yeah, that could explode your nobelisks. Just FYI. Definitely have caught a few from that before. Okay, let's see what's inside the house here. Oh, this is kind of cool. It was supposed to be like an arena fight or something, but instead they decided to come outside and spit at me. Gross. Oh, and the arena fight continues. What's through cave number 2? Ring, ring, hello. Oh, there's some extra bits of bacon. It's kind of like you beat the first level, then you can heal up a little bit, and then level 2. What we got in here? I was kind of expecting a spider. Oh, of course there's a spider. Well, I hope you like your corner. He found his way out, egad. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. I gotta blow up these nukes or else I'm gonna die. Okay, are we good? Flies? Don't think so. For the flies that survive. Yeah. What else was I going to do? Ring, ring, hello. Got delivery in the mail. Oh my gosh, I freaking love nukes. The biggest enemy really is these flies. Yeah, a little finicky a lot of the time, but still, not a problem. The loot is ours. Purple power slug in that, not bad. And then is there a level 3? Oh, I'm seeing a little bit of bonus treasure. Thank you. And then, oh, I see. Then we're back at the beginning. So it is kind of like a little dungeon. That's cool. I haven't found this before. What a neat little addition. That's only the beginning of our adventures around here. What do we have upstairs? Nice little oasis. Ugh, flies everywhere. Gross. Uh-oh. No, it spawned. Ah, the bees. There's so many bees. Ah. Fine. You get a hit in. Congratulations. You don't. Give me my loot. I think there is a little bit of candy over here, but it's Billy. Are you gonna fight in this? Uh-oh. I was gonna say, please just fight with me in this reality. No teleporting nonsense. Then again, I have nuclear weapons, okay? You need every buff you can possibly get. There you go, Billy. Nice little hat for you. Don't follow me now. That'd be funny if he went off the cliff, actually. But no, more funny if he just was gone. Later, nerd. And give me my prize. 70 megawatts. Ah! I took all of my loops out of my dimensional storage so we can get an accurate count of how much we looted today. So I don't have any available. I guess we're going back to the biomass age, eh? Been a minute. Do we have any leaves on me? 48 leaves. 70 megawatts. Should be fine. Just one quick boot up, and then we are done. Here we go. Loot it. And just in time. But okay, off into the Spire Coast. Oh my gosh, the very spooky Spire Coast. Look at these guys and their tentacles. Ick. Oh, these are the rapid fire ones. Okay. More like rapid dire ones. Am I right? Nuclear explosion. Oh wait, what's underneath here? Yellow power slugs galore, purple power slugs. I'm seeing bees everywhere. This is actually such a cool place. I should have built like a factory here. Our nuclear stuff is gonna be more so over there, but maybe part of it can be here. Maybe this could be like a nuclear waste dump. I don't know. Oh my God, where did you come from? Stop it. That whole living thing. You're doing it too much. Stop it. I know there's one more. Don't try and hide around the corner. Your family has betrayed you and made you an enemy of the state of Kibitz. Give me your flesh. I'll convert it into an inhaler and then consume you later. And now we can start heading over into this biome. So much more loot to scoop. Also, look at the aurora. I didn't think this was available outside of Fixmas. I have Fixmas disabled because we're gonna do that all in one go in 2024 here. But yeah, happy I got to see it a couple times. So nice. Also, hunting for treasure at night. Very nice as well. Slugs stand out like a sore thumb there, bud. Makes my life a lot easier. But my goodness, there's just so much to collect. It's almost a bit of a shame because these cliffs over here, they kind of look like they have Christmas lights with all little slugs on them, and I kind of liked it, but also we need all the power shards right now. You think I'm building all of the water extractors over here just without overclocking? Yeah, you thought wrong. Oh God, oh no, oh no! Yeah! Oh, we got the flies, cool. Everything worked out. Anyway, this is gonna be a couple more hours here. And wow, let me tell you, it was a lot of looting here, but I think I got pretty much everything. Probably 80, maybe 90% of the treasures in this spot. It's quite an ordeal, but luckily I could just stream on Twitch most of the adventure, so it's fine to just chat with you guys. And the beep booper kind of helped me find all of the extra little chasms with the extra bits of treasure as well. Oh God, spiders. Ah! But no, the looting is done. We got lots of goodies. I can't wait to see how many power shards and coupons we end up with here. So back at base, back to the bins. Let's see what we got. Some stuff there, a couple berries, 10 hard drives, 33 spheres, 8 loops, and my gosh, 143 hatch remains, about 60 of the hog remains, probably enough spitter remains to make the species endangered, and then a couple more spiders. Power slug wise, 132 blue, 103 yellow, and 59 purple. I can't even fit them all in one bin here. Nuts. So in all, that's a lot of slugs. That's a lot of everything. Now we're gonna convert all of these slugs into power shards. I have absolutely no earthly idea how many this is gonna be. I could math it out, but where's the fun in that? And as for all of the guts and stuff, we're gonna make this into, what are they called? Those protein capsules. And then they're gonna get sent into the awesome sink here. Right now, Coupon total is at 584 coupons, making about 800,000 points per minute. Just gone down a bit, presuming this is an aluminum issue. But yeah, no matter. We'll see how many coupons the DNA points get us. And has the processing begun? Yes, sir. Off they go. And power shards, looking good. 52 already and a lot of slugs to go. But after like an hour, finally, everything is processed. No more slugs, no more remains. And let's go and check on the coupon count first here. And we're now at 628. Not bad at all. That's an extra 44 coops. We take those. Now for power slugs and power shards, I really need a lot in this bin. Okay, that looks like a lot. Numbers wise, almost 2,000? All right, that will hold us off. Very good. Once we get the nuclear power plant up and running, then pretty quickly after that, we'll be able to make our own power shards, synthetic power shards, and then they won't be a problem at all. This is really all we needed. There is still one last problem to deal with. You see, before we got our nuclear weapons automated ourselves, I was hearing just a word on the street that lizard doggos can find nuclear weapons too. So, you know, we got ourselves a little operative here. The operative has not been very successful at all. And unfortunately, nothing really shiny on the fridge here. Like a couple power slugs, sure. Somehow killed a creature. But the main thing is, no nukes. What the frick? What was I paying you all this time for? Well, let's just say the doggo is off the payroll from now on. No, I'm kidding, you psychopaths. I would never. We also might need the power shards, okay? New goal, operative. Find the power shards, unlimited pets for you if you do. Thank you very much. Everything else goes on the fridge. And for everyone else, that is gonna be all for now, because we are ready to start the nuclear power plant proper. But again, that's all for now, so I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, subscribe for more. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.